Hello, SpongicX here. It's been quite a while since I made a video about Garry's mod. So I came across this mod recently. I'm not sure how old it is, I should have checked, but to me it's really new. But there's something I found called ActMod, where it allows you to actually have taunts and emotes for your avatar or player model. And so I thought it'd be fun to make a little video to demonstrate how much fun you can have with this. So there's a lot of stuff you need to install in order for it to work, but luckily if you try installing it, it shows you all the stuff you need and it asks if you want to install it all at once. So once you got everything installed, so you hold the C button, open up the menu, and then you go over here to this new mode called View Animation. So this is basically just an animation viewer, so you can actually have these appear in gameplay, but it's a little more time consuming if you do it that way, and a little more restricted. So I'm going to have it in the animation viewer. I'm going to have to crop the screen a bit so you can get a better view of the characters, because it gives you a very small screen, unfortunately. But there's also a green screen effect, so while I'm showing off all the animations, if any of you like any of the animations, you're free to use them and edit them into your own videos or pictures if you want. So we're starting off with Banjo as he appeared in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I'm not sure how well his model will work here, because some of these models don't work very well with these animations. And so there's a lot of animations to go through, and I'm not going to go through every single one of them, because some of them are really faulty, some of them don't really work really well, some of them are just copy and paste of others. So, for instance, you got like some animations that are straight from Miku Miku Dance, and so some of those animations go on for like over 3 minutes, so I don't want to go through all the lengthy ones, I just want to get through some of the really short ones. So we got 3 pages full of different animations to go through, and depending on what character model you use, you can have up to like 6 or more. And so usually if your player model is also a non-playable character, like if the person who modded them into the game, if they also made them a non-playable character, they'll have more animations, because they'll have animations that are exclusive to the NPCs of Half-Life 2. So Banjo, he's a regular player model, so he does not have non-playable character animations. And so a lot of these animations are also from Fortnite, apparently. Never really got into that game, but okay, so starting off, we have accolades. Oh god, like, that's so wrong, like when Banjo blinks. Something about his eyelids clipping through his eyes. Okay, acrobatic superhero. So he's doing like a superhero landing. Let's see. Aerobic champ. Afro house. It took a while for me to figure out how to use the camera controls in this mode, because so you left click and drag around the mouse to rotate. You can also go vertically. And then what I didn't know though was how do you like zoom in or zoom out, and so you right click and then you use the direction key. So right click plus W equals going zooming in, and then pressing S while holding right also has you go backward, and then A for left, D for right, and stuff like that. And so yeah, basically you right click and then you hold W if you want to zoom in, hold S to zoom out, hold A to go left, and then hold D to go right. Let's see. Walk 1, walk 2, walk 3. California girls. Yeah, too bad you can't really change the lighting here. I think it looks a little too dark. I wish I could kind of lighten things up. There's unfortunately no lighting settings for this mode. So yeah, Banjo works better if you have him at a diagonal angle, because if you have him facing forward, his face will get blocked off by his enormous nose. Gangnam Style. Macarena. So far, I think this model works pretty well with these animations. It's just that his eyelids clipping through his eye kind of gets distracting. Let's see. So yeah, so far all of these are from Fortnite. Now, if you actually use these animations in the actual game, like outside the animator, you actually get like actual props that appear, and you'll even get music. So that's another reason I'm using the viewer instead, because I feel like I'd get copyright blocked if I tried uploading the actual animations in. Plus, I like seeing it with like a, unlimited, unrestricted camera movements. Helps you see these characters a lot better with their animations. And then cereal box. So Banjo's supposed to eat like a cereal box, and it gets them all hyped up. Supposed to be like a lot of trippy magical effects. I've heard of air guitar, but air banjo? Never gonna give you up. That'll look really weird if his hand clipped into his nose. This next one coming up is called Spectacle Web, so it's basically one of Spider-Man's animations. It's very similar to the superhero landing, but let me see, I'm gonna try something real cool. Try to get close enough to make it look like he's like looking at the camera or something, but let me see. Okay, that's enough. Okay, this next one got a pretty good laugh out of me. So it's basically the bird is the word dance from Family Guy. We're almost done with the Fortnite animations. There's only 2 left after this. And that's it. So up next are the Miku Miku Dance ones. So I'm only going to play a few of these because some of these go on way too long. So I'm only going to play like the ones that look like they can get done within under a minute. If it looks like it'll go on for minutes, I'm probably not going to play them. Yeah, a lot of this stuff can also be done with the Miku Miku Dance app. There's a lot of player mods that you can find where people ripped up models straight from other games, and you can have them dance to other songs and based on motion capture data. So a lot of this is basically imported into Garry's mod, so you can have it work with your Garry's mod player models. Yeah, like, think it would probably take like hours if I went through all of this. Like, there's just some of these songs go on way too long. Like, you won't be able to see it because I got the screen cropped. There's a little timeline to give you kind of an idea of how long this dance will go on for, and most of these go by really slow. Ghost dance. Hell Taker. Hip roll. Oh god. This is so wrong. What the heck? Every day I'm shuffling. Oh, God. This is so wrong. Wish it wasn't so dark in the back. I wish there was a way to shut the shading off so you can get a better view of all of the character, because, yeah, you can barely see its back of how dark it is. Oh, God. Kind of looks like he's playing like his banjo or something. This one I'll need to zoom out for. It's called Catwalk. It's so weird. Hip-hop dancing. So that's it for all the Miku Miku Dance ones. So all the ones I'm currently showing are called ActMod ones. So ActMod, that's basically short for ActMod, which is the thing that gave us all these animations to begin with. So these are basically animations made specifically for Garry's mod. So here we got like a death animation. Yeah, some of these you're forced to like move the camera on your own, otherwise they'll get way too close to the screen and out of focus. Just a simple jump animation. And here's kicking. Running animations. We got sit poses. Here we got taunts. Banjo break dancing. So here we got some walking animations. There's a lot of them. The walk you make when you haven't had a game in decades. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's just way too many of these walk animations to go through, so I'm just kind of skimming through them. That's it for the walking animations. We had a similar dance to this in the Miku Miku Dance ones, but this one has a little more to it. Oh god. Okay, up next are called victory dances, so there's 3 of them altogether. I did not need to see Banjo feeling himself like that. Oh god. This is so wrong. Yeah, if you're all enjoying this, let me know, and I can try making more of these down the line with different characters. I won't have commentary in them if I do any further episodes, though. But yeah, there's a lot of other characters I could try out. Like, I think there's a Conker player model, and then you got plenty of Sonic and Mario player models. So there's a lot that could carry on a series with this. This one's Quagmire, so anyone who's seen Family Guy should. So, just him doing a bunch of rapid-fire lewd poses. It's so messed up, it's so funny. God, some of these go by just way too fast. This one was called Ashton Boardwalk. You actually can change the speed of these, though. There is, like, over to the right, there's, like, these little dials you can press to speed up or slow down. So, ballerina spin. Banana. This one's called Basketball. So, some of these animations I didn't end up actually seeing in the final game, because like I said, you can actually have these trigger in the gameplay of Garry's mod, like when you're out in levels, and usually when you do it, like, actual props will appear, but I couldn't find any for basketball. So, yeah, I'm not sure, like, why there's some animations that are programmed into the game, but then you can't actually access them within the game unless you're using the animation viewer. Here we got Banjo blowing a kiss. We got another breakdance one. Bunny hop. Burger flipping. I don't know why some of these by default are just way too fast. Cheerleader. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit because yeah, some of these are just going by way too fast. Chicken moves. Conga. Him doing some kind of robot dance. This one's called Cowbell. Crab dance. Crack shot. Here we got Banjo crying. Well, it looks more like his ears are hurting, honestly. But disco. So we got a lot of dance moves now. Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't a lot of mods for ActMod. It'd be nice to see a few more animations. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of the ones that I've shown are actually add-ons. Like, they aren't included with ActMod, but I can't tell you which ones are for say, because I installed them all at once, so I didn't get to see like what this is like before adding additional mods. So here we got Banjo doing the worm. This one's called Dancing Girl. That was kind of cool. Oh god, just what I needed. Banjo dabbing. Ugh. So much cringe in these animations. Divine pose. Drum major. Dumbbell lift. I'll bet Banjo could lift. Dunk. This next one's pretty cool. Epic Sax Guy. If you actually played this in gameplay, the character actually will be playing a saxophone with the actual music playing. Facepalm. Not much of a facepalm for him, but... Yeah, like, obviously, the animations on this aren't perfect with Banjo. There are some that just don't work out, but I'm surprised how many of them actually do look fine overall. It's like the only thing that really looks off is Banjo's bug-eyed stare, especially if his eyelids clipping through. But otherwise, yeah, for the most part, the animations work really well. You know, the worst is that you'll see his hands, like, clipping through his nose or something, but I've seen characters where, like, their limbs look like they're about to fall off. Like, the characters are really deformed, like, with some of these animations. So, for the most part, Banjo's model is staying intact, at least. It's not tearing up or falling apart. Banjo showing off his muscles. This one's called Flippin' Sexy. That actually works well with Banjo. I've seen it with other characters where their legs just don't look right. Like, they get really deformed. So, for Banjo, I guess it's because he's already such a thick character that his body stays intact during these poses, so that's really cool. So, him doing the floss dance. Oh, boy. Frisbee show. Got another hip-hop one. Yeah, I feel like the problem with a lot of these animations is that a lot of them just kind of blend in too much. Like, too many of them just feel way too similar to each other. That kind of makes, like, marathoning through these kind of tiring, admittedly. But it does become worth it when you see the ones that really stand out. It's called Goth Dance. Man, even in a slower motion, this one goes by way too fast. Like, I'm at 0.7 speed. That's usually slow enough to where you can see the details of the characters dancing, because going by normal speed makes these go by way too fast to where everything's so motion blurry. So here we got another air guitar animation. This one's supposed to make it look like he's handing out Halloween candy. Hand signals. Handstand leg dab. Hillbilly Shuffle. This one's supposed to make it look like he caught something big with a fishing rod. Hopper. I'm surprised Banjo didn't have a move like that in the actual game of Banjo-Kazooie, where he hops on his backpack like one of those big bouncy balls or something like that. But I mean, he already had a lot of moves where he can use his pack to hop across stuff, but hot stuff. So pretty lewd for Banjo to do. Hula. Hula hoop. And finally, hula hoop challenge. That's like the most threatening thing ever. Banjo having just a blank face and saying that he's gonna break you. Oh, here's a good one. Irish jig. Jazz hands. Or jazz dancing. Next one is jazz hands, though. Juggler. He's juggling Kazooie's eggs or something. Jumpin' jack. K-pop dance. Kitty cat. Korean eagle. More K-pop. The mic drop. Oh, this is a good one. Mine. Here, this is one you gotta have like close up. Make it look like he's trapped in your screen. Mind blown. This one's called I Need a Pee. Pretty self-explanatory. Octopus. Oh, this one's so weird. It just makes their head spin. Pizza time. Pogo traversal. Pop lock. Opening a present. Here's Banjo rage quitting. Ride the pony. Robot dance. Rock, paper, scissors, but it always ends with rock. Speaking of rock, rock guitar, so him playing an air guitar. Or an air banjo, I guess. Rocket rodeo. Rooster mech. Sprinkling salt. Showstopper dance. Sign spinner. Skeleton dance. Darn, I was hoping it was actual movement from the actual Silly Symphony short Skeleton Dance. That would have been funnier. Just sneaking around. Soccer juggling. Banjo must have gotten good after playing the Mayan Temple soccer game. Supposed to be him playing with a sparkler or something, but speed run. Having him do like a ninja run, that's funny. Sprinkler. Spyglass. Doesn't really work with his model. Stage bow. Statue pose. Looks so graceful, minus the eyelids. Strawberry pilot. Sucker punch. This one's kind of cool. Just a big uppercut. Swim dance. Simple T-pose. T-Rex. Tai Chi. Yeah, this one's called Techno Zombie, but we all know it's just the dance to the Michael Jackson song Thriller. Texting. Thigh slapper. Just nothing but ham boning. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Time out. Time travel backflip. Touchdown dance. Treadmill dance. Trophy celebration. Twist. Ukulele time. Wacky inflatable. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Warehouse dance. Wolf howl. Yay excited. Yeet. You bore me. And zombie walk. And so that's most of the regular ones. I mean, a lot of these are basically just animations built for Garry's mod, like when swapping weapons or crouching, and I don't really feel like these are ones that we need to go through because these are ones that you can just easily see within the game itself, especially if you have the third-person camera tool. There are some hidden in here, though, so I'm going to show the ones that are hidden in the other pages, so it might take a while to find some of these, though, but I'll skip ahead to where I find them. But a lot of these don't really have any simple names, though. They just have weird code names like DBT13 or something. So a lot of these just feel like animations that were meant for like Miku Miku Dance or something. So these are a lot shorter than the regular dance moves you get with the Miku Miku pack. Does Banjo have the moves or what? I can't believe the Nintendo Switch 2 is almost out. I know it's a little off topic, but since the video's about over, sorry, but Banjo's spanking himself. But it's just weird. But so yeah, right now it's Saturday. I think it's the Saturday, May 31st, and so this upcoming Thursday, the Switch 2 comes out. So I got mine pre-ordered. The only thing that really bums me out though is, I know it's really expensive though, but I was hoping to get one of those 1 terabyte micro SD express cards, and they are all sold out. So, you know, I'm probably going to end up having to transfer a lot of my data from my old Switch over to the new one. And the problem is that I have a 1 terabyte hard drive on my Switch, and so the Switch 2, I'm only able to get one of those 256 gig memory cards, and so combined with the 256 gigabytes that come with the Switch itself, yeah, that means I'm only going to have about half of what my Switch could currently carry, and Switch 2 games are likely gonna have a lot more storage than the original Switch, so, and my current Switch, it nearly takes up all the 1 terabytes I already have, and so I wish there was a way you could just choose which games you want to transfer over to the Switch 2, because it sounds like as long as you move your accounts over, you'll be able to download both games onto both consoles, and you can even have the save data copied over if you have it on the cloud with Nintendo Online. The problem is, though, is that there are a few games that cannot be transferred over unless you do the complete transfer, and so that includes Animal Crossing, along with the Pokemon games. So a part of me just wishes I could keep those on my original Switch, and so a part of me is, instead of migrating all my data over from the original Switch to Switch 2, I'm probably just gonna transfer my data over and then re-download the games onto the Switch 2 instead of transferring everything over. I'm probably just, if I want to go back to playing Pokemon or Animal Crossing, I'm probably just gonna go back and keep it on my old Switch, but then for other games that are enhanced by Switch 2, I'm probably just going to re-download them on a Switch 2, and then, yeah, I don't really see the need I don't play Animal Crossing or Pokemon that much, and I don't feel like the Switch 2 is going to make them that much more powerful. I feel like, even if they are slightly faster, they're still going to have a lot of flaws to them, so, yeah. Otherwise, I am looking forward to the Switch 2, though. I got Mario Kart. I got the bundle that came with the new Mario Kart, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. And that is all I have to show for now, so thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please let me know if you want me to make more episodes, if there's any characters you want me to go over, but if you make any requests, make sure that there actually are player models for these characters in the game. I don't want you to give me unrealistic expectations, like saying you want a character who doesn't even have a player model in this game. So this does not work with ragdolls. That would be cool if it did work with ragdolls, but it only works with characters who are programmed to have player model animations, or even NPC animations, but there is a separate mod for animating NPCs, but it's much more restricted. There are a few exclusive animations you can only get there, but honestly, they're nothing too special. They're mostly animations you would find in Half-Life 2. So, anyways, that's all I have to show for now. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and have a great day.